and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. There's nothing but competition. It's out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Yeah.
We here.
The shit. Woo. Don't worry. You'll get the shit. It's funny. So we talk about Tales from the Hood. It's funny to rewatch these movies today and realize how bad. I don't know if it's bad acting or bad writing for the script. But back then, what's considered bad now was considered okay back then. We didn't have a problem with it back then.
Yeah, same thing with like graphics. You know what I mean? Like back then, like a scary graphic, it don't have to look real. Because nowadays, it's just like, you'd be like, man, that shouldn't even look real. But back then, it was just like, we didn't care.
It's not that we didn't care. It was pretty much new to us. We was
That's
developing
true.
with the graphics, so it's like we don't have nothing to be like, oh, nigga, this look better over there. It's like we just going with the flow. But as far as the hood nigga writing, like I want to know, it better be somebody Black who wrote this.
You know what? Anytime, for the most part, right, that anybody from, so like when John Singleton and the Hughes brothers did the movies that we see or whatever, we like, oh man, like that's a good depiction of what an LA nigga is like. It's kind of overboard no matter what. So it's like anytime I feel like you do like a hood person and you not that person from that, like you're just an actor, you know what I mean? Like you play those roles, I feel like sometimes it can just be taken to the next level. Like, cause those three niggas, none of them seem like hood niggas, other than the, you know, the bald headed nigga. He's funny, but it's just like he was overboard. I think it was just like, nigga, pass me the joint, nigga. Pass me the joint, little bitch.
No, I'm saying I'm blaming that on the writing. Somebody wrote that.
Yeah, somebody did.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's so much them overacting. I think somebody, well, bald head dude do be overacting everything he in.
So when I say overacting, I don't mean like, all right, so like you think about like Joe Torre, he's not a hood nigga or whatever, right? Like I know
he
Joe
is
Torre.
from Chicago. He a hood nigga from Chicago.
When I say hood, I mean like an LA nigga. Like he ain't no street.
Oh, he ain't an LA nigga.
He didn't appear to be a street nigga. I'm not saying he did a bad job. It was just like he was the like the funny nigga anyway. He wasn't even trying to come off hard. It was the other nigga that's kind of like goofy, which I think he is from LA, DeAndre Bond. Yeah. And then the other nigga, he's just overboard all the time. I feel like
he's from LA too, but he just overboard. That's how he acts.
Yeah, just like nigga, nigga, get up there, nigga. Just like God damn it.
I'm just saying it's the writing. I think it was the more hood, the hood writing. It's not buffoonery. It's nothing like that. It's just what's written. Like we want y'all to be super gangbangers. I feel you when you say Joe Torre does not seem like he's part of the gang. It seemed like he's just there. Like he's just a hood nigga there.
Yeah.
But they all supposed to be part of one gang.
He might have been more realistic than anybody because niggas don't really be acting like that. Like say it'd be one nigga that's just like overboard.
Yeah.
Like DeAndre Bonds is kind of like the goofy hood nigga. Like he hood.
The high nigga.
Like he high and he goofy or whatever. But then you got Joe Torre that's just like the nigga that he just grew up in this shit.
Yeah.
You don't really be with the shits like that. It's just like, all right, nigga, I'm from the hood, but like calm down.
The dialogue is just funny. Nah, come on, nigga. You come in here, a dead nigga run up on you, shoot that dead nigga.
I'm supposed to kill the nigga if you're already dead. That right. I think that's what you're talking about, the writing. Wow.
The writing.
Yeah.
Because that nigga said, man, fuck Barbie. Like, it was supposed to be funny.
I guess we can't judge.
We can't judge today. for the past for sure. But I'm just saying it's funny when you watch it today because back then we saw no problems. Like we didn't pay attention to it not fitting in for hood characters. You know what I mean? It just seemed normal.
Yeah.
For back then. But then if you watch it today, but at the same time, I'm saying the writing because if you watch Minister Society today, it doesn't seem you don't get the feel of this is goofy dialogue.
Yeah.
You don't get that for Boys in the Hood either. It's just movies like this. So it's like I wonder if somebody black wrote it. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't somebody black who wrote it.
It was Rusty Cundiff, the guy with the guy that played the school teacher. He was the one who directed it and I think wrote it too.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah,
because he's not hood. Like you can tell by the way he speaks, he's not hood. Like when you seen him in Fear of a Black Hat or you seen him in Sprung, his speech is not hood, but you could tell he grew up around hood niggas. So I that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, he wrote it too. Him and a guy named Darren Scott.
That makes all the sense in the world.
And Darren Scott, Darren Scott was a producer in Minister Society. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense only for the gangster part of it. The gangs, like everything else was cool.
Yeah.
Just the gangster dialogue is a little weird.
Yeah. I think it was supposed to be like, horror movies back then had more of like a comedy element to it as well. So it's just like it's scary, but it's funny at the same time. Like you can laugh at it sometime. You know what I mean?
We literally laughed at this when it was out. We laughed at it. It was some people that was terrified of it, but we was laughing at it.
Yeah, because there's super creepy elements about it. Like it's creepy as fuck, but it's still when I go back to like things that I liked back then, like the Nightmare on Elm Street, the creep shows. It's goofy kind of.
Yeah,
I mean, if somebody get killed, you know what I mean? Like the kill scenes would be more funny than they would be like, oh my god, like I'm scarred, low key.
Yeah, unless you like, cause my cousin Dominique is terrified of this movie. She always say it like, nah, I don't fuck with that movie. It's like if you didn't catch the funniness of it, then once you laugh at something in a scary movie, it takes the fear away.
Yeah.
So it's like off top, like the very very first time I watched it. I think it was a little creepy watching because the first story we get is the cops killing the guy.
Yeah,
I'm like that was creepy, but then me and my brother couldn't stop laughing at when they said cut the shit. Like for us that was funny. He's like shut the fuck up, cut the shit. Like for us that was hilarious. I don't know why. So that took the scariness out of it, and then of course you get the story with the Niglets. That was the nigga. When I say laugh out loud, because we saw this in theaters. When that nigga said you little nigglets, the whole audience, this is a KKK member who says it, but the whole audience is dying like, nigga, nigglets?
Yeah, that shit was funny as hell. The scary part is like that's the funny part, right? Like this bigot guy or whatever like that is racist, but running the campaign or whatever, right? But it's like the creepy part about it, of course, is the dolls as well. But that picture on the wall might have been the creepiest part. Yeah, nigga. Like if I was to come home and see that picture hanging up, nigga, I'd be like, yo, I'm not staying here.
Hey, my mom literally has these little figures, like little figurines. It'd be like angels and shit. It's like a bunch of different little black figurines, and my sister counts them every time she go to her house,
just to make sure they ain't move. I would have fucked with her as a kid. I would have removed a couple. Put one next to her nightstand. She's like, wait a boy. I ain't do nothing. What are you doing?
So you still get the spooky, but we still laughing, but it's definitely spooky shit. And like you said, if somebody had got that picture recreated and just hung it up, you'd be like, man, fuck, take that shit down. Nigga, don't play like that.
I'm not coming in.
Nope.
I'm not gonna do it. And then when they like the doll started disappearing from it, I'm like, yeah, I'm
terrifying.
Yeah, super. The creepy. I would think about like when I think about the first one, the creepiest part about that one for me, I think was the sound, the background, the music. Like I feel like that made a big difference. Like,
for when they killed the righteous dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean when they finally hit that nigga and it was a strange fruit.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? No, it's funny that you say that because when I heard that song maybe again for the first time, maybe what 3 years ago,
Yeah,
and I was like, I remember this song. I was like, I don't know why it was creepy to me when I first heard it.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know why it was creepy. No, I heard it when Kanye did it. You know, Kanye
Right,
used it.
right. Blood on the leaves. Yeah,
Yeah. So when I heard it, I'm like, that sample was creepy, but I didn't know why it was creepy. But then when I watched this, I was like, oh yeah, like
yeah. Actually,
that tied to him just being beat because he was black. I was like, oh shit, like that like played in the back of my mind.
creepy as fuck. Like the rest of the shit, like him just like cutting their heads off and shit like that, grabbing them from the grave and all of that. Like that wasn't
That's just
scary,
regular
but
horror movie shit.
yeah. But it was funny how they got him. They were like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shoot this nigga up with heroin, put 2 bricks of cocaine in his car, and push this nigga off the cliff. I was like, dude, come on, man. Like you telling me,
But that's
come on,
that's
man.
what I was saying today. Today is so ridiculous, but back then it's kind of like we went with the flow.
Yeah, it was just like, come on, bro. 2 bricks and heroin.
Yeah,
Run this nigga off, and he's beat up. So who would?
and he beat the fuck up.
No, there's no foul play. No, there's no foul play at all.
No. It's like the whole thing is ridiculous. Him luring them out there to the graveyard. Like none of the story makes sense today.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. All 3 of the niggas that did it. They happen to just still be partners. Nothing came of this case. It's like it was just all forgiven, and this nigga's just still going through it.
Yeah.
A year later, but he looked like he's been dealing with this for years.
Absolutely.
So it's like it's today with today's eyes. It's like that shit is weird.
Yeah.
But then I did that nigga that strange fruit. Like I was like, why is this shit so weird to me? When I heard it on Kanye, I was like, shit is hard. I was like, that sample's like eerie.
Yeah, creepy song. The teacher and the kid. That I don't know. That one was funny too, but that one was also, it was something about it that was a little bit like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it was not creepy. I think it was just more, it was real. It was like a real kind of feel about it. I don't know.
Let me tell you, Walter ain't shit too. And watching it with today's eyes, I realized like Walter's a fucked up kid. Because he didn't just kill the monster, he fucked up the little boy too. Like everybody just forgot about that. Like nigga, Walter, you just crushed all his bones.
He did. The nigga just like, just like, damn. Like the kid's low key the villain.
Yes. Walter, the kid was a bully. I get it.
Yeah.
That don't give Walter the reason, the reason to make a picture of him and crumple him up like that. Yeah. And it's funny because when we was little, we was like, oh, that shit sound like it hurt. That nigga was just like, ah!
You know what I think the real part about it was that made this like how I felt like is when David Allen Greer was like beating people, like beating like his wife up, and then he beat up bro. Because it's like when she walked into the room after she slapped the kid, there's a camera angle of him walking towards her that's super like
yeah,
and like he wasn't playing, like it was like it ain't. I really hit bitches.
It wasn't Ike Turner funny, like, oh no, this shit is real. Like, oh no, he's
like, nigga.
Also,
that nigga beat the brakes off of everybody.
Also, she wasn't shit because she was down there butt naked and all up on the teacher when he came to visit.
She was very flirtatious, like nothing was going on. She was trying to get him killed, period. Because think about it, he was on his way home. She in there got a little nightgown on, rubbing against this man. What if he would have?
Oh, first she was butt naked. Remember, she opened the door, she had nothing but a towel on, and she just like didn't close the door. She still talking to him, butt naked.
What if he would have fell for her advances? Oh, and he would have started kissing her, and the nigga would have walked in the door, and he would have been dead. Like, why would you do that knowing your husband is a killer?
Knowing he beat the shit out of me.
Exactly. Like you just like if he whooped your ass like that before, like he beat your ass usually.
So I do you think he? Oh boy, yeah, I would say yeah, he was beating on both of them.
Nigga, this is my motherfucking house, nigga. beat this brakes on.
It's funny. You know what's funny? It was funny them using David Allen Greer because before this we only knew him for being funny.
Yeah, funny. Yeah.
So to see him be serious and actually look like a fucking monster, even though we laughed when that nigga said make me look like a monster, just the way he said it. Yeah, but that nigga was actually a monster in that scene.
It was good, right? That was good. Not like storytelling in that one. You know what I mean? Like having the tattoo that says the monster and like the whole like the kid like using what's it called? the papers to to kill him or whatever. Like he drew out the monster. He was like, oh, you want to draw pictures of people, huh? And then it's like they had that voice in the background of him being the actual monster.
Yeah, the monster under his voice.
Right. Yeah, that was dope.
No, that the writing on that is like genius.
Yeah. And it's Crazy K after that, right? That was it. It was like 4 stories, right?
So we talked about the Nigglets. It was first about the
Nigglets.
Yeah, because first it was the cop. And second is the Nigglets. Third is the monster, and then fourth is Crazy K.
Yeah. And the Crazy K story tying in with the main concept of them going to the funeral home I thought that was well written as well. That was dope.
I think so. Crazy K, just as far as the stories I didn't laugh at Crazy K when I first saw this, only because of the shit they were showing. It was like there was a real message in that shit.
It's too serious. That whole shit was serious. And it's a tragedy that nigga not here, because I think he could have been bigger than he was. Like after the movie show and all of that, dude. Like I don't know, I felt like he was a dope actor, and they didn't really do too much with him. They put him in like The Wash and shit like that. And I like The Wash, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he could have been bigger than he was. Yeah,
it seemed like everybody who played the Tupac character died. That's weird back then. If you think about it, he died. What's his name played Tupac character and played, and then he died. It was like everybody who was doing that energy died. Right.
Both niggas was like low key good at it too. Marilyn Santana and Lamont Bentley.
Because Lamont Bentley was Tupac in the Hammer movie, and then he died like right after that. And then same thing with Marilyn Santana.
Yeah,
like that shit is weird.
Yeah. Hopefully the other nigga is good. Was it the other nigga that played him? Which was like probably just like, nah, nigga, you gotta play it good to get killed, nigga.
Oh no, but he did. So he did Tupac's life. We talk about just a Tupac,
just play a character in the movie.
Yeah, like a Tupac type character,
like in the Wu-Tang.
RZA. Oh no, you talking about the
Tupac in the Wu-Tang movie? I mean Wu-Tang series. I was just like, this nigga. No, BMF. I'm sorry, I said Wu-Tang.
Yeah, we talk about BMF. I knew what you was talking about when you said it.
Yeah. Oh man. But those messages and how they, made that nigga see like what he was doing, and then oh my god, like him being there and hearing like the voices of the people he kills, like, hey man, what's up, bro? Like, you killed me, nigga, for blah 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 blah. And it was like, hey, sir, you killed me. Hey, it wasn't like that. Just the wrong place, the wrong time. I was like, damn, this shit is deep.
Deep as fuck, because he had an explanation for all of it. Yeah. That's what made it deep. That nigga said you kept coming up short, nigga.
Yeah.
I couldn't just keep letting you. It's like even at this point, you can't even in your mind be like, let me let this shit go.
If you think about that, like you talk to somebody like, right, like say once like what's it called, a banger do meet the person that me killed, it's like having a conversation with him afterwards. It's just like, damn, nigga, $6.
Yeah,
no, he's just like, me, like I'm gone. I can't take care of my kids no more. Nigga, my mama's sad forever, my dad's sad forever. Like he's like, nigga, you just kept coming up short. Like nigga, that's
it. It's crazy because it's like the imagination of what people do before they die. Like, because in a sense, it's like say he let that shit go and forgave it, they wouldn't have killed him. So it's kind of like that's what they were saying. Like this is your come to Jesus moment. Like either you let the shit go and we'll let you live a better life. Because you know how people almost died and then they be like, I had to talk with God and then now my life has changed. But he was like, I don't give a fuck till I die.
Yeah.
Like, well, now you gonna die then.
Yeah. So that nigga left the characters from the beginning, pretty much gunned that nigga down. You know what I mean? And then it ties back into them being there at the funeral home and Clarence Williams showing them, their own bodies.
Man, they should have. I wish that's the one place where they dropped the ball. They should have kept Clarence Williams doing these series. I would have did a part 2 with Clarence, part 3 with Clarence. I would have kept the shit going with Clarence. Like he's the glue that tied all this shit together. He's like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, they could have literally followed the same story with different stories in the middle, and then just tied it back in. Maybe changed a little bit, but it just went downhill with the next one.
I didn't even watch the next one.
And
there's a part 3.
I remember being like, "No, I'm not watching the rest of it." That's what I remember saying. I was like,
"There's a part 3."
Is there a part 3?
Yes, on Hulu they got part 2 and 3.
Yeah, I'm good.
I ain't watched neither one of them. I'm straight. Like I didn't see no preview. I saw a preview for part 2 and like get the fuck on.
Yeah,
I didn't even try part two.
I'm looking at the picture right now because what's it called? The nigga that played what was supposed to be like the new nigga is a good actor. I mean, you know, what's his name? The nigga that do the voices.
Oh yeah, no, he's great.
He did good, but it's just like I'm looking at like the videos right now of damn, they even had Spike Lee on this. So the same people wrote the second one. It just wasn't good enough.
I just didn't. I didn't even turn it on. Like I haven't seen none of it.
I low-key want to watch it again just to make sure that I didn't like it, because I remember turning it on when it first came out, and I was like, eh. No, they waited a long time too. 2018 it came up.
Yeah, I saw a preview for it and was like, nah. I need clearance in there, man.
Yeah, a lot of these things should have came out back to back. Like when you know what I mean, as you grow up and you start seeing this shit, a lot of shit looks silly. It's like, this shit's silly.
Yeah. It's only silly because you took away the element. Clearance is the element of that shit. Keep that shit going.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this shit again because I'm curious. They even put Spike Lee was that producing this shit.
Yeah,
that just mean he has some ideas. You know what I mean? He wasn't behind the camera or nothing.
Or he just like, all right, that's for sure. I remember the first one. Yeah, I'll put my name on there.
Yeah, it's funny how that works in the industry or whatever. It's just like nigga didn't have nothing to do with it. They were just like, yeah, that'd be good idea. Executive produce by that nigga that said that'd be good on ours.
I do it too.
It's like fuck it, you was in it. You was in it.
I do
the same writer and director for all three of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I'm gonna watch all the next. I ain't gonna talk about it until I see both of these motherfuckers because I'm looking at right now. What's it called? Your boy, what's it called? London Brown in the third one.
London Brown,
dude in Raising Kanan, Marvin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he in the third one. Lynn Whitfield in the third one.
Okay, well maybe. Well, I gotta watch 2 first.
Yeah, I ain't see part 3 at all. And that came out 2020. So I definitely seen part 2. I just don't remember it 100%.
Yeah, okay, I got to do it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, but man, you didn't even do your, what's going on, man? How am I supposed to edit this?
I didn't even know this was a Flashback Friday. I literally forgot.
I was gonna put this part in and then the beginning.
Well, we here. Welcome back to another Flashback.
Yep.
Friday. I had to hurry up for the fucking goofy ass balloons flew on the floor. But no, this is stamped as a hood classic. Stamped. Every black kid should see this at least one Halloween.
Yeah, I was like, I wish I could get my kids to sit in front of the TV and watch this shit, but they're not.
Just do it, man. God damn. Stop being so nice, nigga.
No, they're not. I ain't saying I wouldn't. I ain't saying that I wouldn't. They won't. I'll be like, just watch this. As soon as they see the
Go down and watch this with daddy. That's what you got to say.
As soon as it turns on and you see that skeleton with the mask on it, be like, no, I'm good. I'm straight.
These type of movies build character, man. You got to be scared of something.
Love the transitions in this movie too, even though they're bad now, but it's like when they did the going into the skeleton with the glasses, like they just cross-faded everything together.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that back then was probably fire.
Yeah.
But it's just like
it was fire.
Yeah. But like now you look at it just like, oh damn, they didn't know how to slide that in a little bit better than that. But you can't judge.
That's why I say you can't judge with today's eyes.
You can't judge it at all. It's just like, nigga, that was fire.
It was a fire movie. Like I said, just watching it in hindsight, the dialogue from the gangsters was a little, but it is what it is for that time. We didn't know no better.
You just watch this, and I remember exactly where I was at watching this shit, and it was like this was so long ago, and I'm just like, this shit, the Crazy K part was the scariest part to me because like you young and you see that and you just like, what's going on? What's all these like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It almost brought you back to like the civil rights, the slavery, right now, the riots, everything in one. It's just like, wait a minute. So overstimulating my brain.
Yeah.
It's a scary. Turn this shit off.
We didn't know but that message in the Crazy K was deep. That message still goes for it today. Like so I was too young to understand the conversation he had with the dude in jail, with the KKK dude.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like, yeah, I killed all them niggas. And he was like, he said, all them niggas you killed, he was like, what color were they? And Crazy K was looking like, well, shit. He was like, yeah, see, man, you good with me. Like, we do the same shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
That shit is deep as fuck, but it's like niggas need that message today. Niggas still don't get that.
Which story could have been a full movie out of all four?
A full movie out of all fuck.
I'm gonna pick the Crazy K one because I feel like they could have, like, even though I like it the way it is, I feel like there's so much, like, you could have saw, you know, part of his life, what he does, the jail part, you know what I mean? Like they would probably have to tie the whole thing into the full movie, like with Clarence Williams part, and what's it called? Them finding out that, oh shit, this, that, and the other. But I don't know. I thought that movie could have been stretched out as a full film because I don't know if I want to see the whole movie, the Niglet movie. I don't know if I would have watched that whole thing as a movie because it would have been low key boring with the politic part.
Yeah,
the teacher one, possibly, and then the cop one.
The teacher one, I think it was good just how it was. We didn't need too much stretched out him being beat on and talking about the monster. Like we didn't need a lot of that. Because we would have to go back to seeing him with his dad. His dad died. Well, I guess you could, and then you show how she even ended up with this nigga.
That's true too. It could have been a film. I was like, I think I want to see the Crazy K one just because I want to see Lamont Bentley just do his whole shit, just like how he became him.
Crazy K is Clockers.
Clockers, oh my god. Oh, but yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, it's dope. It's real life dope if you're into horror films.
Yeah.
Not even just being black. If you're into horror films, this shit is dope.
Yeah. Well,
like, share, subscribe, talk back, wherever. If you're there, let us know below how y'all felt about this movie, and if you've seen this movie, and if you remember when it came out, how did you feel when it came out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, this is a classic.
We out.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.